It was one of those gray, rainy mornings that soaked through even the thickest jackets and seemed to slow down the entire world. The city wore its gloom like a damp coat, cars splashed through puddles, umbrellas bobbed in hurried clusters, and steam rose from storm drains like the city itself was sighing. Inside the small corner cafe, warmth pushed against the glass windows, frosting them with breath and coziness. The soft hum of conversation, the hiss of espresso machines, and the aroma of fresh pastries gave the place a kind of comfort no thermostat could provide. Behind the counter stood Maya, a 23-year-old waitress with a worn apron and calloused hands, pouring coffee with practiced grace. She had worked the morning shift at Sunrise Bean for almost 2 years, ever since her dreams of nursing school had been postponed indefinitely due to life's cruel timing. Rent came first. Groceries second. Dreams? They had to wait in line. Maya's smile was warm, even when her fingers ached. Customers liked her, she remembered their orders, asked about their kids, and slipped extra foam hearts on lonely days. But no one knew her story. No one saw the second-hand sneakers she carefully washed every night, or the eviction notices that came too close for comfort. That morning, as Maya cleaned the already clean counter and checked the tip jar that jingled with a disappointing few coins, the door creaked open with the jingle of the cafe bell. A woman stepped in, soaked through her jeans, holding the small hand of a little girl, no older than 5. Her coat was thin, her hair matted from the rain, and her eyes had that unmistakable glaze of someone holding it all together with frayed string. Maya noticed the hesitation in the woman's step. The woman scanned the menu, then reached into her handbag, fumbling with what few coins she had. Her lips tightened when she realized it wasn't enough. The little girl, unaware, pointed eagerly at the pastry case. "Mommy, can we get the chocolate one?" The woman crouched beside her and whispered, "Maybe next time, sweetie." Maya felt something stir in her chest. She knew that whisper too well. She'd grown up hearing it. And she hated how familiar that quiet ache was. Without hesitating, Maya stepped forward and said with a bright smile, "Let me get you two something warm." "On the house today." The woman blinked. "Oh no, I couldn't." Maya waved her hand. "You can. Please. Sit. You look like you've had a morning." Before the woman could protest again, Maya poured a fresh cup of coffee, added a chocolate croissant to a small plate, and grabbed a mini hot chocolate with extra whipped cream for the girl. She brought it to their table, careful not to make it feel like charity. The little girl beamed. "Thank you." Maya winked. "Chocolate is good for rainy days." The woman's eyes glistened with unshed tears. "You didn't have to do that." Maya smiled. "I wanted to." They chatted briefly. Nothing deep. The woman introduced herself only as Lena, and her daughter as Sophie. She didn't say where they were headed, and Maya didn't ask. Sometimes kindness worked better without questions. They sat for nearly an hour. Sophie drew hearts with her finger in the window fog. Lena seemed to breathe for the first time in days. Then, as quietly as they'd arrived, they left. And Maya didn't think she'd ever see them again. 2 weeks passed. Rain gave way to heat. Maya worked double shifts, saved what she could, and kept smiling, though her own worries hadn't lessened. She never mentioned the coffee gift to anyone, it was just something you did when you could. Then, on an ordinary Tuesday morning, the cafe door opened, and in walked a sharply dressed woman in a navy pantsuit and red heels that cost more than Maya's month's rent. Her hair was blown out, her makeup perfect. She walked like someone used to being obeyed. Maya straightened. "Good morning, welcome to Sunrise Bean. What can I get you?" The woman smiled. "Do you remember me?" Maya stared. There was something familiar in the eyes. "Sophie and I came in during the rainstorm," she said, her voice gentler now. Maya gasped. "Wait, Lena." Lena nodded, her smile soft but full of something deeper. "I never forgot what you did. I was at the lowest point of my life that day. I just walked out of a board meeting, told my entire executive team I needed a break. They didn't know I was also walking away from a failing marriage and the pressure of pretending everything was fine. Maya blinked. Board meeting. Lena offered her hand. Lena Matthews, CEO of Serenity Designs. Maya nearly dropped the mug she was holding. Serenity Designs was one of the fastest-growing sustainable fashion companies in the country. Maya had read about Lena in a business magazine once at the library. I was having a breakdown, Lena continued. No one saw me. No one asked. Except you. You didn't know who I was, didn't care. You just saw a mom trying to hold it together. And you chose kindness. I just bought a coffee, Maya said, embarrassed. No, Lena said firmly. You gave me hope. That day, Lena didn't just thank Maya. She returned every day for the next week, quietly observing. Watching how Maya treated customers. How she managed chaos with grace. How she worked until her feet gave out, yet still offered warmth like it cost nothing. Then came the offer. I'd like to hire you, Lena said one evening, placing a sleek folder on the counter. We have a program for young women who show leadership, empathy, and grit. I want to sponsor your education. Nursing school, or business, or anything you dream of. Full scholarship. And a position at Serenity if you choose. Maya's mouth went dry. Her hands trembled. Why me? Lena looked at her with quiet intensity. Because you reminded me of what real strength looks like. Months passed. Maya left Sunrise Bean with tearful goodbyes and a cake her coworkers chipped in for. She started nursing school, part of Lena's scholarship program for women in service roles who'd shown exceptional character. Her rent was covered. Books paid for. And on weekends, she mentored other girls in the program, just like herself. One day, she returned to the cafe, not as a waitress, but in a crisp white student uniform. Lena was waiting there, Sophie beside her. I got accepted into the hospital internship, Maya said, breathless with joy. Lena hugged her. Of course you did. Sophie handed her a card, crayon scrawled with a heart and the words, for the best coffee lady ever. Thank you for my chocolate. Maya smiled, tears in her eyes. You both changed my life. Lena shook her head. No. You changed mine first.